Bonnie. He's pretty cute. Hey everyone, my name is Katie. Thank you for joining me today where I talk all about mental health, healthy eating, and just lifestyle in general. So today's video is all about the mental health part. I'm going to go over 5 tips that I personally use in my life that have really helped me get through some of my mental health struggles. So if you're struggling at all with any mental health issues, I personally struggle with a lot of anxiety and some other things. You can view a couple of my previous videos. I talk about like my mental health update and stuff. I have 5 wonderful tips for you guys that I personally use in my life for my mental health struggles, and I thought I would share them with you. So if you want to see the 5 tips I have to ease your mental health struggles, then please stay tuned. If you'd like to see more content like this, please subscribe, like this video. It helps me know that you enjoyed this kind of video, and I will make more of them. So let's jump in. I actually just posted a blog post over on my katieroseheals.com blog. So if you want a little more in-depth explanations, or if I missed something, it's going to be in the blog. So I will link it down below. You can always leave me a comment on this video or on the blog, letting me know what your experience is with mental health and what you do to ease your problems. So one of the biggest things for me right now is practicing gratitude. By the way, if I look down, I'm looking at my computer because I have my blog up. But my biggest thing right now is practicing gratitude. I personally have made meditation a habit in the morning and then journaling for at least 5 minutes afterwards. So I always make sure that gratitude is a part of that, because when you focus on what you're thankful for in the moment, what you have in your life already that is wonderful and that you love and the people that you love, when you focus on what you're grateful for and what you already have in your life, then sometimes your mental health issues can lower just a tiny bit. I'm not saying that any of these tips are going to get rid of your mental health issues. I'm just saying that it might ease some of the symptoms that you have. Personally, with my anxiety, sometimes I live in the future a lot. Like, I'm worried about what's going to happen in the future. But when I bring myself back to the present and focus on what I am grateful for, when I take the time to express my gratitude, it really helps me and it brings me back in the moment, and then kind of takes me out of that future self. So it's really nice. So the way I practice gratitude is I journal for 5 minutes every morning. I do have some prompts on my blog that you can check out for journaling. I only journal about 5 minutes because I do have to go to work, so I can't take a ton of time. I'm already up early meditating, so I just write down what I am grateful for, the people I'm grateful for, what the day is going to be like. Going to have a great day, it's going to be full of miracles, and I'm just setting myself up for success. And it's not like every day is a success when I do journal, but when I do journal, I feel a little better. And in my meditation as well, I do like to focus on affirmations, or if you want to call them mantras. I'm all about daily affirmations, so sometimes I choose like one affirmation and just like repeat it over and over, like, I love myself, I'm grateful for my life, and I'm so happy to be here. Something like that, just to ground myself, put myself in that present moment, and really appreciate what I have. Tip number 2. I am very into nutrition and living a healthy lifestyle, so this tip is about fruit. When you fill your life with the goodness of what nature has provided us with, like fruit, it's full of minerals, full of vitamins, full of fiber that we need in our guts to flourish. I'm not going to go too much into the nutrition of fruit just because I'm personally not a nutritionist. I'm just following some practices from doctors that I really enjoy, and Medical Medium is not a doctor, but I do follow a lot of what he says. Fruit is just full of beautiful energy, and it's very healing. Once we cut out the bad stuff in our lives, like processed sugars, refined sugars, fats, or bad fats, just like all the processed junk, and we fill our lives with whole foods, especially fruit, then our guts kind of change, our gut microbiome kind of changes. Sometimes our mental health issues can ease up a little bit. So I've definitely experienced that ever since that I have found this healing lifestyle. I have definitely experienced less anxiety. I'm still experiencing it, still working on that every single day, but fruit is so healing. You can eat it in abundance. Go get yourself some fruit like apples and strawberries, and the strawberries and peaches and watermelons are almost out of season, so get your hands on those before the season ends. So I just wanted to share that I love putting like fruit into my cereals. I just started making this cereal. It's brown rice puff cereal. The only ingredient is brown rice, and then I have a little nut mixture, and then I just top it with a banana. It's now not as cute as it was, but such an easy way to add fruit. So tip number 3 is to get out in nature more. It's such a healing place to be. It's full of natural energy. It's full of nature. I'm like staring at nature right now. But just grounding yourself in nature, breathing in fresh air. We get so stuck on our phones and watching television and just kind of hiding in our rooms. I know I've done that pretty much my entire life. Hiding behind a TV or something. When you're having a bad day, when you're having a bad mental health day, it's so easy to just hide in the dark of your room. So I would say get out in nature, go hug a tree, go put your feet in the dirt, just get yourself in that nature, or just go outside for a second, just breathe in some fresh air and come back inside. It's not too difficult, I guess, unless you're living in a really freezing place, really hot place, but it's possible. Nature is full of energy, so we want to take in that energy and get our skin in the sun, get some vitamin D, and it's just a beautiful place to be. When I'm having a bad day, I love eating like food outside. I love eating my meals outside, just getting away from the phone, from the inside. I get kind of claustrophobic sometimes, so being outside is really nice. Getting a nice walk in with my dog. If you have an animal, go take them on a walk around the block. My 4th tip is to pick up the space you are living in. I have a really bad habit of just leaving my clothes on the floor and not picking them up because I just don't feel like it. And then at one point I will just snap and have to clean up everything all at once, and then I get overwhelmed and there's a lot to clean up sometimes. But if you do it in small chunks, then you don't have to worry about it as much. And I believe in having a clean space equals a cleaner, clearer mind. The space you're in is very important when you're struggling with mental health issues. I would say pick up your space a little bit, vacuum, get some of the dust off some of the cupboards or dressers or whatever you have in your room or your house or your apartment or wherever you live. Pick up some of your stuff, do some laundry. It'll really give you like a clear mind, a clear space to be in. And then when you're doing your meditation or you're doing your journaling, you can not think about those things and you can be more present in the moment. So that's a huge tip for me. I love having a clean space when I can. I do live with my boyfriend, so sometimes we have to work on it together, but it is so beneficial. And tip number 5, we made it to tip number 5. It is take breaks when you need to. I feel like I need to work constantly. Like even when I'm home after work, I feel like I need to do more work just because I should be doing something with my life. Like cleaning or doing dishes or I don't know, writing something, anything. I tend to get really overwhelmed, forget to take breaks. And breaks are so important, especially when you're getting overwhelmed, anxious, mental health pops in, and take a second. It's okay to take 1 second, 5 minutes, an hour. Just take the time that you need, because if you're overwhelmed, then your mental health is going to reflect that. And I believe that taking breaks when you need it, even if you are at work, like if you're overwhelmed with all the work that you have to do, I would say pause for a second, close your eyes, take a deep breath, let it go, and you might have a clearer mind. So when I get home, I force myself to kind of relax because I want to clean and I want to do this. But with all these tips all together, it's a lot easier to have that clear space of mind to deal with your mental health issues. So those were my 5 tips. If you are struggling with some mental health issues, these are just very simple tips that are not going to cure your mental health struggles at all. These are just some ways to kind of ease the problems in the moment to get yourself closer to where you want to be. And I definitely use all of these tips in my own life. And if you want to read more in depth, I did write a blog post. It is linked down below at katieroseheals.com. And I do have a couple other blogs on there about mental health, how to ease your mental health issues, and I am very aware of all the mental health issues because I do struggle with a lot of that, and it just takes time. If you are struggling with any mental health issues and are in a dangerous place for yourself, please reach out to somebody. Please get yourself some help, and it'll all be okay. So please subscribe, please like this video if you want to see more from me like this. I am planning something for October, sort of like a healing kind of journey situation. So I'm planning that out, and that will be in October. I am looking forward to hearing from you in the comments. Please let me know if you have any tips that you use on an everyday basis to ease your mental health issues, and I would love to hear it. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you soon.